In our last lesson, we looked at imperative verbs. We were learning that they were to give commands, instructions, things like that, warnings. Well, today we're going to look a little bit more about following instructions and how to make them polite so people will want to follow your instructions. You're also going to be practicing following instructions today. Think about it when in the classroom, even the teachers tell you what to do. For example, raise your hand, speak in English, be quiet, listen carefully, teho. Clear your desk, speak up, get into pairs, be quiet. Those are things that teachers have a tendency to say. Well, what if we could make them a little more polite? For example, we can use the word please. Please close the door. Take out your books, please. Please sit down. Eat your lunch, please. Please, teho. Please. See, it makes it a little more polite. So these are the things I want you to practice with. So get into pairs. Look at these conversations here down in the bottom and make them polite. For example, please take your shoes off. Practice for a little bit, pause the video, and then come back and we'll work on some more. Instructions can also be done with prepositions. Prepositions I like to think of as anything a squirrel can do to a log. But they're those words you put in front of a phrase that tells you the location of things. It is in the desk. It is near the cup, behind the window, across from your friend, next to the computer. Okay, so we're going to practice a little bit of listening here. Get a pen and piece of paper, listen to my instructions, and follow them. Put your pen and paper in front of you. Place your pen near your right hand. Put your pen in your lap. Put your pen under your paper. No, really, do these things. Put your left hand between your paper and your pen, your left hand. Balance your paper on your head. Put your paper behind your seat. Come on now, really do it. Twirl your pen above your paper. Give your pen and paper to the person across from you. Write something nice about your classmate. Now give the pen and paper back. Now some instructions have to do with measurements. It gives you an idea of quantity or numbers. For example, bring a friend, A is 1. Add 2 teaspoons of sugar. Use about 10 cups of water. Well, you can see the whole list here that we're going to do. What I want you to do is look at the list on the right. Find the abbreviations in the computer. Go ahead and Google search what a cup is, which is a C, or a teaspoon, little t, or a tablespoon, big T. Look those up, those measurements, and write them on the table. Because what you're going to do is you're going to write some simple instructions with measurements. So use these abbreviations that you just did, like a C for cup. Now I want you to find a 3-ingredient recipe on the internet. Copy it in the space below or on a recipe card. Get something simple like how to make French fries or something along that lines. Do this now and pause the video. When you want people to understand what you're saying, you're going to be asking for clarification. You'll be asking for them to understand. What you need to do is say, pardon me, or excuse me, something along that lines. Can you repeat? I don't understand. But how you say it makes a difference. So repeat these words after me. Pardon me? Can you repeat that, please? I'm sorry, I did not hear you. Would you mind saying that again? What did you say to do next? Now, work with your partner. One of you will read any of these sentences below, and the other will listen and ask for clarification. Check off the sentences as you say them, then switch roles. For example, bring an empty plastic bag. What did you say? Bring an empty plastic bag. As an example, I want you to practice this and pause the video.